Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 17th of October. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director at Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is the weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts. So this week we have Genesis Minerals, Biz Alloy Steel, Polynovo, Metals X and ANV Tech. So if you have a request, please send it through. Make sure you're getting the free newsletter, but our best recommendations come out on Tuesday in the Dynamic Investor Report. So make sure you're getting that report. But if you do enjoy these videos, we'd love you to share them on social media or even leave us a review. Our main business is in portfolio management. So if you'd like our personal help in managing your share portfolio, then please give me a call. And all the advice here is general only. So we've got here the weekly chart of GMD. So we could see that it's been trending very well for the past sort of year and a half. Higher highs, higher lows. Nothing wrong with how that's trading. Recently we could see that it's come back to support at $2. So previously there was some resistance at that $2 level before it broke out back in July, and then it's come back to retest that support level and it's bounced off it. If we have a look at the daily chart, we could see that move there. So we got this little sort of bull flag and really just pretty much yesterday or the day before breakout, good volume. So essentially that's a buying opportunity and it should just continue trending higher. Okay, Biz Alloy. So we could see that up until sort of mid this year, trending very nicely. But I'd say that uptrend broke here at the start of August. So trending well, then you had this sort of big gap down, breaking the previous higher low, big volumes. That would have been your sell signal, and it has struggled ever since. Even here we could see that it did sort of try to bounce off those lows, and then you had this day here where big selling on big volumes. So clearly, when it tries to get going, the selling is still kicking in. So no signs yet of sort of a buy signal. I mean, it still looks bearish. I mean, potentially, this sort of gap level here, maybe it levels out and is ready to head higher again, but it's too early to know that. Polynovo, if we look at a weekly chart, we could see that sort of the recent move higher has brought it up to the 2023 high, and now it looks like it's just congesting under that, which is a good sign. Potentially it's just getting rid of the sellers and then preparing itself for an upside break. If we can move to the daily chart, we could see obviously we've got this sort of range bound congestion here, so I think it's just a matter of waiting for this to end. If we could see the break above this sort of horizontal line here, then you've got the breakout, and just moving back to the weekly chart, I'd say the next should end up with a decent rally if it could break out, resistance here and then resistance up there. Metals X, you could see there was a sort of sideways sort of base tightening range breakout in March. That would have been a good buy signal there. You had the rally. Now it looks like it is consolidating and potentially breaking out of that consolidation. So you've got, again, what looks like a bit of a sort of flag there, and then perhaps in the past few weeks we've seen a breakout and a bit of a retest there. I mean, it is a bit messy here, but overall, a bit messy in the short term, but longer term it looks like it's doing the right thing, getting ready for another rally higher. Okay, and ANV Tech, so this is a weekly chart. As we could see, it's fallen quite a long way. So longer term, you'd still say this is in a downtrend. It's still falling. Shorter term, we had a big spike here on volume, so you might end up with a bit of a rally in the short term. If we have a look at the daily chart, So, potentially short term you get a bit of follow through on the upside. So potential short term trade, but again, just looking at the weekly chart, it might get to sort of 4 cents and then just turn lower again. So it's just too early to know if it's going to break this downtrend. So I think you'd only, for the moment, treat this as a potential short-term trade. Okay, well that's all for this week. If you have requests, send it through and we'll try to cover it next Thursday.